Good morning, everybody at Gravel Road Grandma's. I'm still in my pajamas, just had my breakfast, and I realized that I needed to share something with everybody here. I have a true confession to make. When I quit my job and started staying home with Kip every day, I realized that I'm not sure how it happened, but at some point we had become a paper plate household. Even when we had dinner, if it was a fast dinner and didn't have lots of amazing things in it, and sometimes even when we had really nice dinners, Steve and I were grabbing a paper plate instead of real plates. And it had become to the point that if I wasn't sure how many paper plates we had, I would actually, at the store, just go ahead and buy some just in case. Then we started babysitting Kip. And you know how little kids eat lots of small meals all day long. And I was home for lunch every day. Steve's home for lunch a lot. And I was buying paper plates like crazy. And I realized that that's definitely something that I could do to save a tree, to save first of all, to save our bank account, because it was ridiculous that I was home all day, but I was still buying paper plates. And anyway, so I found some solutions. I talked to Steve about it, and we sat down and talked about how much we had just over the years gradually used more and more paper plates to the point that our paper plates were on top of the real ones. And that way it was easier to get to those. And I had actually piled things in the cabinet on top of the plates that we now use every single day. So I just wanted to share with you one of the solutions I came up with. One of my lame but still excuses for using paper plates was that I only had 4 of these small Corelle dishes that were my everyday dishes. I had 8 of the large plates, but I only had 4 of these. And I would always think, I don't need that big plate for lunch, or I don't need that big plate, for breakfast. So I would always get a paper plate, and the paper plates are exactly this size. So when Steve and I sat down and decided we were going to stop using paper plates, unless it's absolutely necessary and there's no other alternative. So I got online and went to eBay, because they don't make this pattern of dishes anymore, so, oh my, that's my excuse. I can't buy any more of these plates. Well, I went on eBay and I bought a package of 8 of these for $25. Okay, so I made a $25 investment that is going to save me every single day and every single week. In addition to the fact that it's also going to save the environment, because I'm not going to be putting paper plates into landfills, and I'm not going to be having people cut down trees or whatever they use to make Dixie and Solo plates. So anyway, for a few bucks, I got 8 additional plates. I now have 12, and plenty of plates to make sure Kip gets a plate every time he eats. We get a plate every time we eat. And another thing that I had started using additional paper plates for is that when I put something in the microwave, if I didn't want it to splatter, I didn't like using a paper towel because the paper towel would stick to your food. So I would cup 2 plates. I would put one on top of the other and waste 2 paper plates to fix my breakfast. And again, I had a solution right there in my cabinet, and I didn't think about it at the time. So I started thinking, what am I going to do with that? Well, I already had a set of Norwex silicone lids, and they're perfect to just drop on top of your food. The food doesn't stick to it, and it keeps things from splattering. It's real easy to just rinse it off and clean it up with your Norwex cloth, and it's ready to go again, later in the day. They come in 2 packs, a large one and a small one, and they don't just work in the microwave. They're silicone, and you can get them from Pampered Chef. It's not, Norwex isn't the only place you can buy them, but they seal so well that I can actually pick up my bowl or my plate or whatever I'm covering with it. So you can use them in the refrigerator, but they also peel very easily. And it eliminated my need for plastic wrap in many, many cases. So that's just my tip for today. I wanted to confess to you that I have stopped using paper plates, and that we're really enjoying this change in our lives. Thanks for listening.